Hello and welcome to the Master of Unlocking podcast, where we have a full crew tonight. Some would say, are we fully unlocked? I don't know. Is that a thing?
I think you're either just locked or unlocked. I don't know if there's degrees of locked.
Are there? I don't know. I mean, we're fully locked up for the night, right? Or no? I don't know. Or we're fully unlocked, like every door's unlocked.
I don't know.
Like last week, we just had a couple doors. We are in the new studio. It's not fully complete yet. We'll figure out the maybe some decor later. Right now, we just have a standee behind us. Which maybe that should just live there.
I think that's just gonna stay there.
Yeah, I think and then as a whole, it's just gonna maybe stay there.
Should we hire someone to be Pyramid Head and just walk back and forth behind us?
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, that would be nice. All right.
I'm the idea guy.
Hey.
I'm the idea guy.
And someone had an idea to grill some cheese on the outside of a burrito, an XL burrito from Taco Bell that you were in the line for last week. But did you get it last week? We lost you via satellite. So did you get that taco? No?
I didn't.
No? Okay.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I failed you guys. Too much Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Just too much Thanksgiving.
It's okay. I think if you were gonna skip one, this is not a bad one to
All right.
skip.
I got lucky then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think I've come to the conclusion I'm just not a fan of when they put cheese on the outside of something.
I was literally gonna say the same thing.
Like, I just don't. It's got a different flavor, and it's just not good.
I don't like burnt cheese. That's
Yeah, like, and it's not even like fully burnt cheese. It's like baked in or something. Like, it's just not like, give me gooey cheese in the middle, but then the just whatever cheese on the outside of a tortilla. Like, what we have like before, like we had some like cheese baked gordita or something earlier this year, and it was the same thing. I was like, ugh. Like,
it kind of bakes the cheese flavor right out of it. For me, or at least wise in that one.
You just get like the skunky part of the cheese is all that's left.
Like same when like they put the cheese on the crust and stuff at places, and like, oh yeah, we bake the cheese on the crust. Like, but now I don't want it. So, and then since we did that, we called an audible.
We gotta rate it.
Oh, we gotta rate it.
5.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
Because it was better than average, but not much better. Jason gives it a negative.
Sorry, T-Bell. My apologies.
Yeah, it happens. But we did. We were going to get the Moe's thing, but they were out of potatoes.
Yeah.
So we ended up pivoting to the Wingstop orange Szechuan sauce, which we had during the Game Awards. Yeah. So we will have. So we'll have some discussion on the Game Awards here in a little bit, but. Now we got to talk about what the food we had there, though. So you had the bone-in wings, correct? Mm-hmm. And then Jason, you and I had boneless orange Szechuan. What's everybody's thoughts on that?
I really liked that.
I knew you were like, this is good.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're not. I was afraid they might be a little spicy, but they weren't.
No, they were definitely sweet.
Yeah.
Jason, what did you think?
I think I should have gone bone-in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wingstop. Generally, I think bone-in is...
I don't think I've ever had their bone-in.
I think I need to just train myself to bone-in. Yeah. I thought it was okay.
For me, it's Wingstop bone-in, B-dubs boneless.
Okay.
Interesting.
If you're going your chain wing restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were fine, too. I wouldn't want a full order of them. They were good with like hey, I got this and something else. So I'm glad I only had like 5 of them or something like
6.
that. But 6 is what I had? Oh, I'm sorry. Correct me.
I'd give it 6.
Oh, you'd give it a 6. I thought you meant that I only had 6 wings. I was like, well, yeah. Give it a 6? Okay. Caleb, what are you giving it?
I'm going to go to 9.
Going to 9?
These.
Yeah.
Damn!
Yeah, I'm going to go a 5 on this one. They were just okay for me. But hey, everybody's got different tastes.
You did love that orange chicken.
I mean, yeah, I love.
The guy loves his orange chicken.
I love orange chicken. I love sweet things. So.
Did you ever have the orange from Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, that one was just okay. That was almost too much orange. It was like actual like orange peel orange. Yeah,
it was like, hey, we just took the peel and just slathered it on there for a while. So, all right, well, let's get into. So we're not going to do one next week, right?
Right, we're holiday. We're in the holiday season. We're gonna give ourselves a break from overindulging. Right, we're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, because I think. So is the plan we're gonna do the food of the year, the Fodies?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now, yeah, in between
right.
Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
We'll do the Fodies. Jason looks confused.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll set up for the Fodies. We'll have a round. We're going to do a bracket style, 32 foods.
Yeah, we managed to do 32 exactly.
So not quite a round of 64, but hey, we got 32.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid number. There you go. So hey, we're not on Thursday and Friday. We are on Saturday, Sunday games, which is always a good thing too. So we'll get our Fodie tournament up and going for the end of the year here. So we're heading into the end of the year. And so we've had a hot drop this week, I guess, with the Halo campaign has dropped. Caleb,
I forgot to do something.
Oh, I know, right? Caleb, I know you and I are in it. Jason, did you start this yet?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So, okay. So, yeah, I know when we talked yesterday.
Corridoring my way through.
Yeah. But you had the part at the beginning where he was like, is like,
there's only one bullet in that gun.
And he's like,
it's enough.
It's enough.
It's so good. And of course, they're like, I need a weapon.
It's only got one bullet. It's enough.
Oh, man.
Oh, Chief.
So good.
Chief gonna Chief. That game's real good.
Yes.
Caleb, I shouldn't say where are you, but
I think I'm about maybe 5 hours in.
Okay,
like
so you're decently far in. Yeah. I am getting ready to do the conservatory.
I just did the conservatory.
Okay, you just did the conservatory. Okay, so I'm probably so I'm right behind you. I don't know how many hours I am. Have you been clearing the map?
Mostly.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to tell what's useful and what's not.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Valor is used for yet.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you get Valor points for clearing things,
right.
But yeah,
I mean, obviously the skill points are extremely useful.
Oh, very useful, yeah. And most of the they're not. What are they? They're kind of side missions, but they're not the FOBs. I don't know what exactly they're.
Some of them are, and some of them are just like sitting out in the open. You just walk up and grab it. So
right, yeah. So you just get lucky and come across them. Have you found a skull?
Yep. Well, I did the very first skull because I initially started the game thinking I'm going to do all of the collectibles. So I pulled up the guide and found the first skull, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't care about skulls. So then I just started playing the game.
The only skull I care about is Grunt Birthday Party. So as long as I can find Grunt Birthday Party, which is later on, has come to find out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of collectibles that are missable because you can't go back to those missions at the beginning. For instance, there are certain missions.
They're supposed to be changing that. I did hear because the people were like, "What do you mean I'm going to have missable collectibles?" Like people were not good on that. So they are going to make those replayable at some point. But
as of right now, they're missable.
Which I'm going to say we don't even have co-op yet. Yep. So I do like this game a lot too. I mean, it's hitting every Halo note plus adding some notes I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah.
I wonder what this game looked like last year. Like, if they're still missing things like replayable missions and co-op, how bad was this game last year? Like, I'm glad they waited,
right.
But I mean, sounds like they could have waited 6 months more.
Maybe, but I'm glad they didn't because I like what they put out now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there's just those little, quality of life things that are nice to have.
I keep thinking, every time I play this game, I keep thinking to myself, this is one of those revolutionary games. I really think it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's one of those games that's going to change the way that developers think about making video games. Because they took Halo, which has had 5 numbered entries and then also some spin-offs.
Reach, ODST.
They're all basically the same. They're the corridor shooters, right? Mm-hmm. There's this ODST had a little bit of open.
Yeah, it had a hub world.
Yeah, there's occasional levels where they're more open, stuff like that. But this is completely different from those. And I think it works, 100% works. Mm-hmm. So I really think that this is going to be one of those examples that developers look at and they say, hey, we've made the same product for every iteration that we have. They did that and they made a change. They modernized it. They made a 2021 version of Halo and it was hugely successful. So I really think, I'm hoping I'm right on this, that this is going to give first-person shooter developers, Call of Duty, Battlefield,
Titanfall.
games like that, Titanfall, hey, your games are dated now at this point. You've made the same game for so many years. Make a modern version of that game, and I think this will hopefully push them in that direction, because Halo did it. They did it.
Yeah, they did. This is a very solid game up and down, and they'd say like it's for the missing those little things. Everything feels really good about that game. Like
Yeah.
there's like the only thing I would say is like sometimes the grappling hook doesn't hook to where I want it to.
I think it's just because it doesn't have as much range as I expect it to.
No, I think it's more of like there's like I'll think I'm hooking to a building, like it doesn't hook to this part, but yet I move it like what in I guess maybe in real life would be 3 feet, and it hooks to that, and I don't know why. Like that I don't understand, but other than that grappling hook, I just fought a boss, that boss that with the grav hammer, like if I didn't have that grappling hook, there's no way I would have beat that boss.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I used it because he charges at you, and then I would just grappling hook like to the floor across the other side, and then he's jumping with his hammer to attack me. I'm using it as a boost to get myself out of the way.
Oh, okay. See, that's a good idea. I was just waiting until he started coming at me, and then I stuck him with a plasma grenade, which would stun him, and I'd get a bunch of shots in.
Oh, see, I didn't have any plasmas.
Oh, okay.
I was out. So I was stuck with, I think I had an AR and I don't even know what it's called. The, whatever this game's version of like the mix of a saw and a BR is, or a saw and a DMR. Like, cause it like fires out 3, but like it's like pop, pop, pop. And like
There's one
looks like a saw.
gun, I'm trying to remember what it's called, that I've been using for the majority of the game because I just love it. It's like the single shot pistol. What's it called? It's not the Mauler. It's the
Mangler.
Mangler. Yes,
The Mangler, yeah.
I am in love with the Mangler. That thing is so much fun to use.
Yeah, it's better than the Magnum, that's for sure. And it's because I think it was a Mauler in previous.
Yeah, I think there was a Mauler
because it's the Covenant pistol. But yeah, like I was using that for a while too, just to taking out grunts, because you can just one shot headshot a grunt with those and not feel like you're wasting ammo on a lot of things.
Yep, and I love the way if you shoot a brute in the head, you do a headshot on a brute, their helmet flies off, and then you do another one, and they just go down.
Dead. Yeah, it's
so much fun.
Yeah, that game is a lot of fun. Like even though it's like same enemy types for the most part, but
there's
a
some
couple new ones
that
but
come in. Well, you're getting real close to some new enemy types.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So all right, if that's I knew I was going to be running into Forerunner stuff here soon, so that I figured that would be coming up here. But yeah, the fact that they even just the guns are just mildly different, like it's a welcome change.
Yeah,
for sure, and I think it looks great.
Yep.
I think it's they from what they originally showed, like that the level of detail is where it should be. So.
Music is phenomenal as always.
Oh yeah. Music in the multiplayers it is. Oh. Yeah.
You mainlining this, or are you
I
exploring?
haven't decided yet.
You're doing a little bit of side.
I'm doing
stuff?
a little bit of side stuff right now.
Okay.
Some of the upgrade trees I'm not really that into, so I don't know if I'll go for, because it's like you get an ability and then you can upgrade that ability. And some of I don't want to spoil what they are or anything, but some of them I'm like, I don't think I'd ever use that, so why would I upgrade that?
Right. There's the
So I'm trying not to say what they are because I want it to be.
Yeah, I'm with you, but because I have 3 abilities. Do you have any new ones after that?
I just picked up the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured they'll probably give them to you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I could imagine that they're just going to be like, oh yeah, your 5th ability is locked out for the last hour of the game.
Right.
Like,
so I don't know if I need to go find those skill points, because it's basically just you go to an area, you clear it out, and then you pick up the skill point. So I don't know if I need to do that because I don't care about the upgrades as much. But then I don't know what Valor does, and you're also getting Valor as you go, so maybe that'll be something worthwhile.
Yeah, I don't know.
I definitely am skipping over the lockers because I don't care about. All they do is customize your skins in multiplayer, and obviously I do not care about that.
Lockers. I don't know if I know what those
Yeah,
are.
they're called. I think they're Mjolnir lockers or Spartan lockers, maybe.
Yeah, Mjolnir lock. I think
Spartan
I've seen.
Lock.
Yeah, I think I've seen those on the map, but I haven't. I've been going after like the legendary like characters,
Yeah.
those. I've been doing those. I've done 3 of those now. Those are fun. Like they're hard, but they're fun. Have you done those at all?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's what it does. If that's what Valor does, is unlocks like weapons and vehicles from your base, from your fobs.
Oh, that could be because to start with, I only had mongoose, and then I got a warthog. So maybe that's how you get like a pelican and like a Goss warthog or different things like that. So
yeah,
could be.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying this game.
I know.
I was
right?
curious if you were going on side quests, Caleb, or if you just were gonna try to mainline the campaign. So I don't know what I'll do. I'm more interested in what happens this week with the multiplayer.
Yeah, Tuesday they changed the multiplayer.
Have you followed any of that, Caleb? It's
So
out of your
I
wheelhouse.
did see that they added or they are adding a Slayer playlist.
They
Is
are
that right?
adding it.
They are
So
adding.
so Slayer playlist gets added like they're calling it Tactical Slayer, but it's basically SWAT. Like it's so different variant types of Slayer they are adding in. So Fiesta Slayer, that'll be one, and then they're also changing up the challenges. It doesn't really say how they're changing up the challenges. It just says they're changing the challenge, how they work. Because the problem is like right now people could do a challenge and be like, oh, I did this challenge, I quit out, and then you get stuck with a bot. So that piece should hopefully get taken care of. I don't know for sure. I know some people are still like, well, the progression's still gonna suck for whatever it is. Like I still just don't care. Like I just want to have fun playing Slayer. So the fact that they're gonna add the Slayer piece in, and I'm more curious how matchmaking is gonna work with. Are they going to matchmake people based on skill type, that kind of thing? Because there is going to be a ranked and a social. So I don't know how the ranking will work. Because right now there's a ranked playlist too that's out there. But I don't know. I think that's to be determined.
Did you guys see the subreddit got shut down?
Yeah, because like people were just
going a little too crazy. No,
Yeah.
I'm with that crowd in principle, just not the way that
Like,
they've
don't
gone
do
about it.
What?
Yeah.
Reddit overreacted to something?
Oh my
oh my
Kidding
god,
me?
the internet do something ridiculous. Like, oh my gosh, like the fact that this thing came out of basically nowhere, that they were like, hey, we're gonna release this thing early, and then they found they got the feedback and they're gonna turn it around in 3 weeks is pretty darn good.
Well, so that's actually, in my mind, that's actually a good thing that people have had a strong reaction to this game, because like the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Hate means that you're very, very close to loving something. There's just something you can't get over. So if people are having that strong a reaction, it means they are very, very close.
They were. I mean, that multiplayer is so good, but it's just missing the like. I only want to play Slayer,
Yeah.
or hey, this progression system's really weird and doesn't make any sense. And some people are really into this thing, and it's making it not fun for everybody else. So, yeah, I'm glad they're addressing it, and it's going to get addressed. I mean, this is quick for a developer, publisher, whatever, to get behind something and fix it. I mean, they addressed it very quickly and said, "Yep, we know this is a problem. We're on it. Like, let ourselves get through the Thanksgiving holiday," and they did, and now it's gonna be changed. So good on them.
Yep. I mean, it took other games years to figure out their footing. Like Final Fantasy 14, Anthem, not Anthem. Anthem never did catch its.
No, they just shut it down.
Rainbow.
Yeah, Rainbow Six. What else? Avengers,
For Honor
For Honor, Elder Scrolls Online, like all of these things
took months to get back
Yeah.
on track, and we're talking a matter of weeks for this. So, I mean, we'll ultimately see. I guess. I mean, this thing is coming out on Tuesday. The change is coming, but it seems like it's addressing a lot of the issues.
I think how that is addressed will, for me, determine how I feel about this game. I think because I think I will enjoy the campaign, but I'm really there for just hours of Slayer. Is really what I'm looking for.
Right. Yeah.
And I can't get that right now.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm lukewarm right now, because it's not that I would hold it against the campaign. It's just like, I don't want to play CTF. I don't hate it because the multiplayer is so solid, but I really was just like, okay, I'm experiencing this. I'm enjoying my time with it, but now it's launched. It's time. Like, give me my hours and hours and hours of Slayer that I crave.
Is that historically how you've been with Halo games? Like from the beginning? Like the campaign is there as a supplement to the multiplayer for you?
It is.
Okay.
I do finish them, but I would say even more so than, because you and I haven't known each other forever, but even more so than Mortal Kombat's multiplayer. Halo has been primarily my multiplayer thing.
There were how many nights that you and I would be up from? I mean, we'd start playing at 8 o'clock at night or something.
Sometimes earlier.
And it would be 1, 2 in the morning, and we'd be like, oh my God, why are we still playing? And it was usually like, well, we just want to get one more rank up. And that was true for Halo 2 and a good amount of Halo 3.
Yeah. 2 through college, because not a ton of responsibility, but even like as working adults, Halo 3
still got us a lot. The traction. I mean, that was...
3's great.
2 and 3 are both great. I played a lot of 4 multiplayer too, more than you did. I still liked it. I will say though, I think this is the first campaign since Reach that has really. I mean, if I'm looking at campaigns of Halo, it's like Reach, ODST, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5 is the last one. But like this one's, I mean, I'm only a few hours in.
How it shakes out, but
we gotta see how it shakes out. But man, this thing is really good.
It has the potential to me to move into that number 1 spot.
All of
those.
But I guess the thing that for me that made Reach so good was they put characters in it and actually put like a real story in the game, and that's even with ODST too. The Rook, he was, you had a story there, where most Halo games are just whatever. It's Cortana.
It's like you just get like the buzzwords. You get the Halo jargon in there. The what is it? The Autumn's Dawn. And
the silent cartographer.
The library.
Yep.
The cartographer. The arbiter. Yeah.
It's Halo lore, whatever, but it's man.
I'm glad you guys like the campaign. That's good. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll mainline it or not. I'm trying to decide how to approach it.
We'll let you know, I guess. Here we'll
got other games to play.
Right, because
a lot of the collectible, a lot of the side mission stuff, I'm not sure if it's totally worth it to go after if you're not a completionist.
Right.
So.
I don't know for this. I don't think I will be, because I would rather just go play Slayer.
Yeah. I think the thing we'll be able to tell you is, hey, those upgrades seem to help, or hey, they didn't really help. I think that'll be the thing that, or it'll be like, oh, hey, this one in this area was really fun. Go do that. That might be. Like there was one that I did where you didn't watch me do that one. I think you watched me do a different one yesterday, but where you like it's like a vehicle repair station. Did you do that one? And you got the Scorpion?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah. So it was like so you go in and you find that they've taken a Scorpion and are trying to repair it, and you end up you get the Scorpion out and actually start taking people out with the tank. Like
nice.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But you're in like a tight quarters with it too, so it's kind of hard because you're in this really tight space, but you can still maneuver it around pretty well.
Oh, my favorite thing in this game, speaking of vehicles, my favorite thing in this game is grapple hooking onto a ghost and then taking it over.
Okay,
that's so much fun.
I haven't done that yet.
Just aim your grapple hook right at the ghost, and then they'll do a takedown.
So one of the other things I saw too is I just saw it on Reddit. So because people have just been posting these stuff to the Xbox Reddit now because the Halo Reddit is shut down. So if you like jump up and if you hook on and like, so if you're on a platform and you jump high and then grapple hook down to a plasma core or like any of those core things, and you go to pull it up, you shoot yourself up like 400 feet in the air, and you can actually see like the edges of the Zeta Halo.
That's awesome.
Like, it's pretty cool. I was like, all right, like I need to go do this. Like, so, all right. Well, we'll come back to Halo.
Yeah.
We'll see how the multiplayer update is, and we'll talk campaign later with that. Any other games anybody played this week? Anything else new? I mean, before we get into the drop of the Game Awards drop.
I played. I'm through probably the first half-ish of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Okay.
It's more Pokemon.
So if you like
this, well, it's also a remake.
Okay, I was gonna say, is this a remake again?
Yeah, and it's like
Of Diamond?
yes,
Oh, okay.
Diamond and Pearl. So the other, it's Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are these two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting over the Pokemon formula a little bit. I go to these 8 gyms and then beat the Elite Four. It's just like I'm at the point now where I beat the 4th gym. I'm on my way to the 5th, and this whole area is just covered in fog. And I'm like, what do I do? I can't see anything here. So I had to go to the internet and look it up. And it's like, oh, you need this ability to clear the fog. And it's back in the city where you came from. And I'm like, that was a long walk to get here. And now I got to go all the way back. So now I'm kind of like, every time I look at my Switch now, I'm like, I don't really want to go all the way back. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to that game or not.
At the same, I guess if you've already played this game, and
yeah.
if it's really not much
I feel like I've
change.
played this game like 8 times because it's just the same thing.
So
every
would you
time.
say that this game needs a Halo 2021 treatment?
That's
Like
exactly
the
what I'm talking
Pokemon
about. Yeah.
genre in general needs a...
Bring it to 2021. Like, bring it to 2022. Come on. Like, we're there. You have the technology. You have the manpower. Like,
But is Nintendo
But does the
care?
Switch have the horsepower?
There you go. There's 2 things there. I think that's one is, the Switch does it have the horsepower, and I think, is Nintendo going to change the formula
it doesn't
at all?
necessarily have to be like a huge graphical thing. Like,
No,
the
never
game-
does
you
have
can,
to be.
You can change the gameplay. I mean, Breath of the Wild
You're
basically
right.
did the same thing for
You're right.
Zelda,
Mm-hmm.
and it ran on Switch. So
Yeah. And a Wii U.
yeah, yeah.
So, okay.
But yeah, that's about all I've been playing. Oh, I did play a little bit more of Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
Just to give that a fair shot, and it's a case again. I think of that same thing where I think they were in a tough spot with that game where they had to kind of decide if they wanted to go towards new fans or if they wanted to go towards the old classic fans. So like stuff like when you're in a room and there's no evidence that the wall will break, but yet if you shoot it with a rocket, the wall breaks and there's something hidden behind it. Like I hate that. I just hate that.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to know? But without looking at a walkthrough, how am I going to... But that's something that's always been in Metroid games, so they had to put that in. It's just... I think it's just not. It's just not for me.
That's
I'm not a
where
Metroid
I fell with it, too.
fanboy,
I was
so
just like, I'm just not...
yeah.
This isn't for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that one back. I can't... I don't have any desire to go back to it.
Okay. All right. Jason, anything else new for you?
I have been searching for ways to entertain my children.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so my son is a big fan of Farming Simulator. 3 years old, can drive a truck, drive a tractor, drive a combine. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Is there farming in your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also into it for that reason. He's enjoyed Forza more than I have. He's played more Forza than I have, but I get to look at it, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because he just pedal to the metal and just forward. Doesn't matter what he runs into, just forward. But the thing, the love that we share, the new game that we both enjoyed, and I like unironically, is Lawn Mowing Simulator.
Okay. All right.
And I have mowed a few lawns. There's something about it. I don't know. Like I just get the lawn just right. Make sure I don't damage any of the landscaping.
I'm with you with the what was that? I don't remember what it was called, but the like home repair one was a couple years ago now, where you just like got a dilapidated home and you had to like paint all the walls and stuff. Basically the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
House flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got a lawn mowing business and I've acquired a few mowers, and there's a real nice Toro zero turn I got my eye on.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna help me get some bigger projects. I don't got anybody mowing for me yet. It's just me going job to job, but I'm sure my empire will grow. And I don't know. He just like goes nuts. But then there's like, don't open that file, Duncan. That one's mine. You get that one. This one, Dad? Yes, that one. And then he can just get into the landscape and get penalties and shred flowers.
Don't
as much
ruin
as
my
they want.
Yelp reviews.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I miss mowing my lawn. I mean, I like lawn care, but it's something
Not
about
my
it.
thing. It was on our, because came over yesterday, so it was still on.
Cloud gaming for you, by the way.
Right, we
Your first
tried.
cloud
Yeah, we
gaming
tried that.
experience.
Yeah. And so come downstairs after you guys left, and which, by the way, that is a Series X and S exclusive. Lawn Mowing Simulator is. You cannot play it on an Xbox One.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, because my daughter was trying to play it on hers, and she was like, "Why won't the lawn mowing game work on here?" And I'm like, Why are you trying to play the lawn mowing game to start with?
Of all things.
She really was like she was locked in.
And so I go over to her Xbox, and I'm like, "What the heck? Why is it saying it won't work?" And I thought there was like something wrong with her Game Pass or something on her account, and I was like, "Oh no, this is X and S exclusive." I was like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen." Like I couldn't believe it that was so. I think she ended up trying Goat Simulator. I don't know how that worked out for her, but
Not same thing.
not the same thing. But so this whole time though, my wife is sitting in here now finishing up the lawn that was left.
That's awesome.
And I'm just sitting here on my phone, like waiting for her to finish up. And she finishes up, and she's like going to start another lawn. And I'm like, "You mow another lawn, bitch." And she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, you didn't just sit here and listen to the sound of a lawnmower go for the last 20 minutes. And I'm like, I don't want to just sit and listen to a lawnmower and surround sound. It's just not a thing I want to do.
She's like, then go somewhere else.
Right. And I'm like, no. We just finished this gaming space, and you're not going to come down here and play Lawn Mowing Simulator. Like, it's just like, you got to be kidding me.
I get it.
So I'm going to come down one day, or come home, and she's going to be here. I'm going to look around the house, come down here, and it's just going to be...
So good.
The house is in shambles. There's dirty dishes piled up in the sink. There's laundry spread all across the
But those virtual
floor.
lawns look
The
great.
actual lawn is
The
up to the
actual
kneecap.
And Logan and his family just sitting down in the basement mowing virtual lawns.
Mowing virtual lawns. Ridiculous.
I just downloaded it to entertain him, but then genuinely I kind of like it.
If it didn't take so long to mow the yard, I think I'd be a little more into like the sim part of it. Because you are building like a business. Like you've got to do actual things to get clients, and yeah, so I get that. The lawn mowing part is the part I don't care for.
Yeah, I think that was it for me. Besides the Game Awards thing.
Yeah. So I guess if that's it, then let's hit on that. So the Game Awards at the end of the show dropped the Matrix. It has a subtitle, Matrix something.
I forgot already.
Yeah, I'll look it up here. The Matrix Awakens. An Unreal 5 engine experience.
Which is only available on Xbox S and X and PS5. It is not available on PC.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
which
did not-
confused me because I'm like, isn't Unreal, like, wouldn't you showcase that on PC?
On PC, I guess. Yeah. Well, whatever. So it starts off with kind of a 5-minute little movie thing with Keanu Reeves. I guess
I didn't play it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a Matrix.
I'm not either, but I wanted to see the tech. And boy, does that look great. I mean, here, I think I can even just pull this up so Caleb, you can see.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, I saw the videos.
Did you see?
Yeah.
You've seen the.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's the. It's not about the Matrix for me. Well, I like Matrix stuff, but it's more
Yeah.
it's more like, oh my, like, what does this mean for the next big open world game? Like, will GTA look like this? Because the visuals on this thing,
You
especially
mean Bully 2.
Bully 2.
Oh,
yeah.
now we're talking. I mean, if you're,
Like it's not so much like Fly Around, Logan.
yeah. Did you find night lighting, by the way?
No.
Yeah, night lighting.
Oh.
So here, I'll do
Experimental.
experimental. Yeah, so here, I'll fly around. I'm gonna lose Mike for a minute. So Jason, you can.
Yeah, this is the stuff that really, like, when you're up close and textures and stuff, it's not that big of a deal, but there you go. This
Yeah.
is the stuff that I find there.
You
That.
see like the traffic from high up.
Yep. That's the stuff to me that is jaw dropping. The reflections in the street lights, the traffic, where you look far enough away from it where it looks like that's when you catch it with your eye, it looks like reality.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Where am I going? I'm trying to find the daylight thing to put it back to daylight. The map in this is just terrible.
Yeah, it's not a game, but it is a nice tech. It's a tech demo, for
This
sure.
isn't going to make the GOTY list.
No, it will not. No.
I mean, it's interactive. So I guess it qualifies, right?
Yeah, I suppose. You're right. This is, I think, the first time in this generation where I've looked at something and been like, oh, that's new, where I haven't really felt that way so far. And a lot of it probably has to do with just this generation truly feels like it hasn't really started.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this and what it means for, like, open world games in general.
Too many clouds. I want to see if I can change my sun rotation a little bit.
Oh, I haven't messed with this. Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Oh,
I'm changing.
there's Mr. Sun.
I'm changing the sunlight right now. You can change the crowd, the traffic, how many parked cars are out there. You can turn off what's the matrix filter? Let's turn it off.
Oh,
Because it takes
the
that
tone
green.
of the Matrix, sure.
Yeah, here, let me.
Interesting.
What's the nanite view? Oh boy, that's instances, clusters, triangles, material ID, default. All right, let's see if how that looks flying around.
Yeah, it does look great. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think I can go back to it, but if you get a chance to do the car chase scene before this, that's something, because you're actually doing like real gameplay in the world, and
It's a Rails thing.
you're on rails, but boy, it looks really good.
Okay.
The other thing too I can do with this, okay, let's grab a car really quick. Did you drive around at all?
Yes.
Oh no. I'm pressing Y to get into a car like GTA.
Like GTA, yeah.
But each collision, like, you run into a car, like, it's... Oh, I
He has just
whiffed.
missed the car.
But yeah, like, collisions are all different. Like, and you break, like, different parts of the car off, and, like, where usually collisions all kind of look a little bit different. Oh, yeah, white delivery van versus little cars is always going to end up in...
Yeah, it seems dynamic.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't flipped my car yet. That's impressive. All right, I don't know how I get out of there, but...
You just appear outside of the car.
That's, man, it is... It's striking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's just got that level. I keep pressing A to get into or Y to get into the freaking car, but yeah, like, I'll just rear end this car up here or something and see what happens. If you try to run into a person, you just glitch through a matrix.
Oh,
It's just Matrix.
yeah, I didn't know
it's
that.
just
I didn't
green
see
matrix
that.
glitches. So, yeah. I
Yeah,
wonder if I can go
cool.
into this garage. Probably not, right? Oh no, they're all buildings. So yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Like, and I say, yeah, like look at my car. Like, it's pretty well beat up, and I think it's supposed to be dynamic based on. But like, even look at that shadow of that street sign there. Like, that's pretty nice.
Gets me excited for what we got on the way
Yeah.
because we're still kind of
We're still in this. I mean, we still got a lot of cross-gen games. I think
still
even,
some launch PS4 out there.
Yeah.
You know, that's all right. That's okay. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. So yeah, neat.
Is that it for games?
That is it for games. Do we want to talk TV, or do you guys want to talk Game Awards real quick?
I guess what were the big, like, what were the most striking things for you from the Game Awards?
I've got my list of stuff up here. Evil West.
Yeah, that looks like really weirdly cool.
Yeah, like dumb, fun, kind of cool future cowboy.
It's probably gonna be garbage.
It could be, but it could be like an 80 garbage. Like,
I'm hoping for like a high tier B game with that.
That is my hope.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting it to be Game of the Year. I'm expecting it to be like a number 8 on my list next year, if that's a possibility. That is where I would like that game to fall. And dumb, stupid future violence with a lot of gore in it, sure, why not? That I'm good with that. Something to be said for a game like that. I'm just going through the list of based on when things came out there. Hellblade: Senua's Saga, that was supposedly gameplay. There was a lot of...
It looks gorgeous. I'm not sold on the gameplay part. It looked kind of boring.
Yeah, it looked like it was very much a, hey, interactive cutscene
Yeah.
versus more actual gameplay. But even at that, that's still running at in-engine versus CGI. So
Yep.
it looks nice, but we'll see what that game ends up being, because this seems like, I mean, the first Hellblade is definitely more, she is very scared, timid of things, and now she seems like she's a leader of this whatever the hell's going on in this world. So it's like a completely different personality shift for her. So I'm curious where the direction they'll go with this. But they showed that Star Wars Eclipse game, which is the Quantic...
barely.
I mean, it was, yeah, it was the Quantic Dream thing. So I'm curious if this ends up being... I mean, it looked nice, but that was all CG stuff. I'm curious if this is going to follow the Quantic Dream style, or if they're, since it's licensed, if it's going to be something different. I'm more just curious that now that they're out of that. I'm excited for an Alan Wake 2, and that it's more of a survival horror game.
I'll play that.
Yeah, like I'm not fighting things with flashlights now. I'm actually going to like maybe kill some zombies or something. I don't know.
There won't be a thing that spawns behind you literally every single time.
Yeah. Slitterhead.
Yeah.
Slitterhead.
I'm very excited for Slitterhead. I don't know what it is, but I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. This was, I just have a little note that says, made by Silent Hill guy, WTF was that? That was my note that I wrote.
Yep.
So, the Cuphead Delicious Last Course, that we got to see gameplay on for the first time, and that looks like a lot more Cuphead.
No date on that, right?
Yeah.
June.
Sometime in the summer.
Yeah, June.
Okay. Oh man.
And it was DLC Island, literally. Is what
Delicious Last Course.
Delicious Last Course, the DLC Island.
I'm obviously very excited about that. You guys know me.
Yeah, that looks like more that if there, I can't imagine that that's the only things that are on that. I mean, they showed what, 6 at least,
Right. And how many were there in the original game?
maybe 12 to 15.
So this is like another half of a Cuphead
Yeah,
game?
I mean,
So-
sure. So, I mean, if it is taking them this long to work on it, and it's going to be this, when they were originally said this and they were like, it's DLC, I was expecting 3 to 4. Like, if they end
Yeah.
up with between 6 and 10, that's a hell of a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see it. Sonic Frontiers. They showed a Sonic game that looks like an
It
open
might
world
be open
Sonic
world?
game.
That's, I mean, I
Guys
guess-
just asked for
Yeah.
this. You just asked for
We
this.
did. I know we did.
So
But it's Sonic, so it's going to suck.
shut Shut your filthy mouth.
Maybe after the movie did well, maybe they put some money and some legs behind it.
Well,
I don't know.
mean, this is kind of maybe this is just like a new fad, because there's also that Kirby game that's looks like it's open world. So
I don't know. If it ends up just being like a decent game for like, and kids end up liking it, then sure. Like, I don't think it's going to be a Mario Odyssey here, but it could be a B tier Mario Odyssey, maybe. I don't know.
Sonic, it's just the way those games work. It's such a challenge.
Mm-hmm. If they change up the way he moves, maybe that'll be different, though. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we saw another trailer for Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. This was a little more gameplay-ish. Looks good.
I'm very excited for that.
Game looks good.
Yeah. Hoping there's co-op. Another game that really surprised me was Forspoken.
Oh, yeah.
That I didn't think that was going to draw me in like it did, but that looks very nice, and I was not expecting as much of a third-person action game. Like, I thought it was going to be very RPG-ish or something, and this looks definitely third-person action.
Yeah.
So, they showed a good amount of Saints Row as well, so we actually got to see a little bit of gameplay of that. That looks like that's going in the right direction.
I think so too.
So
I'm hopeful for that.
I am too.
They learned some tough lessons from what was their last game?
Agents of Mayhem.
Agents of Mayhem. So
yeah, I didn't hate Agents of Mayhem.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't. It didn't have it. Whatever it is, it didn't have it.
It didn't have it. I get what they were going for, but it just didn't click.
Yeah,
they were going Saturday morning cartoon vibe, which we'll get into that later. But yeah, I don't know. Then there was a game called Rumbleverse shown that was like basically it was like cartoony wrestlers that wrestle like obnoxious ways on like rooftops, and that was very odd. I'll be curious.
Of course, Logan points out the wrestling game.
Yes.
I don't know. It looked interesting. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's
Did
not.
No.
No. A Plague Tale Requiem. I'll play it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Game Pass, especially. So sure, why not?
Yep.
How long is Innocence?
Too long. It's like 14 hours.
Yeah, maybe a little bit less.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
Maybe, I don't know. I just remember it being too long. I'll have to look at my hour count or something on it and see. But I remember it being 2 hours too long. So
Okay.
I would say that game looks nice, but that looked nice 2 years ago, so it may not look nice now.
Yeah.
That Crossfire X game is coming to the U.S. That looks okay. I don't know. We'll see. It's a first-person shootery thing that looks very glossy.
Right.
So
And the U.S. loves shooters. So.
we do. That's what we do. They showed some Elden Ring. Caleb, how you feeling about Elden Ring?
Hyped.
Okay, there you go. Otherwise, I'm not seeing. There was a game, Arc Raiders. I remember that looking okay. That was that like 80s style shootery game that we thought was like Space Invaders.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we thought it was like, oh, hey, this is a modern.
looked all right.
Space Invaders.
That looked all
okay.
right.
Yeah, it did. Looked okay.
The other game that I accidentally skipped over at the beginning. Looks like Tunic. I think that it was gonna.
Tunic's been at every
show, but
showcase of every.
I think it's in March, right? Is what
I think they're finally coming.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be March, and I think that's Game Pass as well.
I think
So,
you're right.
so that'll be a good one to have. Looks like Jason, you know what Tunic is? It's like a fox, but it's like
yes.
Yeah, like very Death's Door-ish looking, but yeah, a little happier probably.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
those were just things I jumped off of my list here. I wrote them down. Do you guys remember something? Oh, I forgot. I skipped over this because Doke V.
Oh yeah.
They did show a music video trailer of that, which then Caleb showed us the real trailer for that game, and
Game of the night.
holy crap, that thing looks incredible.
Yep.
So whatever K-pop band that is, sure, that looks great.
I want to know more.
Yep.
Anything else that you guys remember that jumped out to you
I
guys?
think you covered the vast majority. I think it was a pretty decent show.
Yeah, it was
overall.
Yeah, almost went a little too long. Like,
Yeah.
there was like the 8 o'clock hour was kind of drag in there, like the 8:30 to 9 o'clock time frame was like not a lot here, but yeah, it was still good.
I think Hitman 3 should have been there in some capacity.
Agreed. I think Hitman 3 suffered from coming out in January.
That's
and
not fair.
That game's really good and should have been nominated for something.
That game stands at least with those other games at that show, with those nominations.
Like the top, like Game of the Year nominations. Yeah, agreed. I think so too.
I think we could all, if it were us doing that, we would have taken off Metroid Dread and put Hitman in that list.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. We'll see how our list shakes out, though.
Yeah.
Which we are planning on Game of the Year shortly after the first of the year. I think we're going to try to do the week after. Give ourselves some time to get more things played, some more hours in, get some of that stuff under our belt. I know, Jason, you've got a few things you want to try to hit on.
Mm-hmm.
I've got, I think I'm down to 3 games. I just need to do Halo, Guardians, and Kenna. And then Caleb, you've got
too many things that I'm not going to be able to.
Too many things you're not going to get to. You've got Halo, Guardians, and not Halo Guardians.
Oh no! I will not be playing
Halo, Guardians. And then were you going to try?
I do want to try Boyfriend Dungeon because you
liked
it.
I like Boyfriend Dungeon a lot. Yeah, if you could give that a try. I think that's definitely more up your alley than Jason's. So.
There's also Shin Megami Tensei, which I haven't even started yet.
That's a long one, isn't it?
That's going to be super... yeah, I'm hoping to at least like try it out before we talk, but there's no way I'm finishing it before we talk.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That might be the RPG of the year that doesn't get... Yeah, that doesn't quite make the list or something, so... All right. Well, that's games for now. So let's we'll pivot to TV, which I just kind of forgot completely to think about TV. Not a ton new. There's a lot that is ongoing right now.
There's
I think
one new thing.
I know there's one new thing. We'll talk about that in a sec. We've got the Succession finale tonight, so at least next time when we meet, we'll have Succession to discuss.
Are you guys caught up on Succession?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we watch the finale, did I miss... Okay. So at the very end of the spoilers for episode 8 of Succession, do you think Kendall is dead?
No.
Because there's a lot of people on the internet that think that Kendall is dead, that he drowned in the pool.
No. They wouldn't kill him off like that, right? Not in that fashion.
So, okay. I'm glad I had the same read as you guys, because there's a huge amount of people that think...
There's way too many... That's way too subtle for a major character in that show to die.
Right.
Way too subtle.
And there's been multiple episodes where it's ended with depressed Kendall. Like, there was the episode where he was, like, in the back, like, at the birthday party, he, like, went back into the room by himself and, like, collapsed to the ground. Like,
yeah.
That's an ongoing theme. So
There's an ongoing theme, yes. I think depressed Kendall is a theme, but I don't think they're just going to end it like that. I think that was...
Okay, good. I'm glad that we're on the same page with that.
I mean... Granted, that show has been on for 3 minutes right now, so I don't know
the answer to that.
So, pretty sure those premiere at 9, if I remember correctly. So, but yeah, so Succession finale tonight. And you guys, Dexter's still going.
Dexter's caught up on Dexter.
Dexter's good.
Dexter's Dexter.
I like this year of Dexter.
It's back to quote unquote good Dexter.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, is it season 4? No. Is it season 1 to 3? Yeah.
Maybe,
sure.
Yeah. Maybe the season 5-ish range.
Season 5 was good too. I shouldn't shit on season 5.
The Lumen era, right?
Yeah. The Lumen, when Colin Hanks was the big bad. And that wasn't he the big bad?
Yeah. No, that's later, I think.
No, that was season 5.
Was that season 5? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Then Chet Hanks shows up in season 9.
I mean, there was a Batista sighting, you know?
There was. On the head.
There's another serial killer besides Dexter.
Yeah.
It's got all the things we
It's
need.
checking boxes all over the place.
It is. It's funny.
Yes.
It's just fine. It's not going to win any awards. I don't need Dexter to win awards.
No.
It's just what I need it to be. It's just right. Yeah. I like it. I'm thrilled with it, actually.
Yeah, I had zero expectations for that show. So
yeah, exactly.
The fact that it is exceeding my zero
so
expectations.
The
is
thing I'm
pretty
curious
good.
about is, so this is the second pitch for a Dexter reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And they went through with this one. They obviously did not go through with the first one. I want to know what that first pitch was.
So, knowing this, I got like everybody's caught up on this. When she went to New York for said conference, I thought they were in Alaska the entire time. They're in upstate New York.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Didn't catch that. Did
Very
you?
what?
Didn't catch that, did you?
No. When did they say that?
The first episode, quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were probably folding laundry or doing. I mean, who knows what you were doing?
Who knows what I was doing? But I really thought they were in Alaska, and
No.
Well, okay, I can kind of understand where you're coming from because at the series finale of the first series, he went off of Oregon, right? And he took his boat on the Pacific Ocean, right?
Yeah.
So I get why you might connect those dots. But no,
yeah,
we're in New York.
no clue. Jim Lindsay, all over the place. Man, the end of that show, that episode, the obituary prints off. It's good stuff. I like it. It's good.
It's so Dexter.
It's so Dexter.
It's everything you need it to be. It's very good. Yeah, it's good.
Should we just go through a banger of, I guess, where we are, and then we'll hit that new show. Mare of Easttown.
I started it.
You started it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
Okay. I just finished 5.
Okay.
So the
6 episodes?
7.
7.
One of the big things just happened, Jason, if that is, you know,
Don't-
probably which episode. I'm just saying a big thing happened. Like, you know what I'm probably talking about. Yep.
She just, for me, she just got put on administrative leave. Was the last thing that happened.
For planning.
Yeah, she
plant
tries
drugs.
to get her grandson back.
Yeah.
The show's very good.
It's
top tier television.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you guys for watching
I
it.
think, yeah, I'm glad.
So we
that
don't
you-
shaft
I'm
it.
glad that you've been banging the drum of this because it finally forced me to watch it, and it's outstanding. The one drawback, and this is a me thing, there are a lot of characters on that show, and at times when they show a person, or if they just say their name without them being on the screen, I get confused on who is who.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. I just am like, oh, that's cancer mom whose daughter's missing. Like, I don't know any of their names.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the kid that got killed's uncles. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's ex-husband guy.
yeah. Like, I don't know any of their names for the most part.
It's very HBO in that way where it doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like
Most of the time, it doesn't matter. Like
it doesn't,
True,
but
yeah.
it's not gonna
It's not going to
pander to you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think it's just like names. They don't make it a point to call out people's names frequently. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you met Karen once and you're supposed to remember that that's Karen the whole time, but you know Karen's relationship, but you just don't know what that like.
And if you're truly a fly on this wall, then
that's
these
what it
are how
feels
these
like.
people would talk.
Yeah. We don't sit around and go, Kayla, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
like all the time. Which
Right.
so yeah, that's a good point.
Logan, remember in high school when you were
When you were on the basketball team? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are watching that. It's
Oh, yeah.
A plus TV.
I'll
For sure.
have that finished this week. I'm pretty sure because I really like it.
Yeah, I think after last night's episode, we'll be finishing that rather quickly as well, because my wife was like, she was mad. She was like, "That's how they're gonna end the show." That's how crazy the end of that episode
Okay.
is. It feels like a season finale, and there's 2 episodes left.
Okay.
So I don't know where you're gonna go from there, but
That's good, man.
but then we got Succession to watch, and we're leaving on Wednesday for a trip. Like, I don't even know.
It's all right. We'll do Toady later.
All right, yeah, that's
Toadie's
true.
like-
Toady is usually end of January, early February, so we've
Yeah.
got plenty of time to get caught up on
I have
stuff.
something to mention. I
Oh, yeah.
watched one show from the list.
Oh yes.
I started Heels.
Oh,
Heels is good.
Good. I'm glad.
or you just how many episodes are in? Just 1?
5.
5?
Watched
Oh,
5 episodes of Heels.
Wow.
I'm glad
Heels
you like
all right.
Heels is all right.
It's
isn't it?
fine.
It's,
Yeah.
it's on that Dexter tier, right? Like
Yeah.
it's what you want out of television, but it's not necessarily.
Yeah. All right. It's
What
He-
just happened? I guess
Heels is just unapologetically Heels. And it doesn't need to be
No.
good. Like it's fine. Like it doesn't answer to anyone besides itself,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. I think Wild Bill stepped into the ring
and called him out
after
after the show.
after Ace broke is it Mike's leg?
Yeah, Mike's leg.
Yeah. And I think that was the end of the 5th episode. I'm pretty sure. So, what's that character actor's name? God love him. He's in all the David Simon stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know his
He's
name
the
either, but
uncle
he was
in The Deuce.
In the Deuce.
Yeah.
he's in the Deuce.
That's
He was
the only thing I think
he was
of
the
him
sheriff
from.
in True Blood.
True Blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
remember that.
Yeah.
he's great in that show. He's just
He
so
is
over the top,
such a
ridiculous.
scumbag.
and just-
Yeah.
How did you the
You do have to be a wrestling fan to understand that
the
show.
lingo and
They
stuff? Yeah.
try to explain.
Oh,
a
they
lot of
do
it.
dumb it down sometimes. Yeah. How about the episode where it starts off with King Spade just out for a run, and he comes back. He's doing a couple things around the house. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
That was jarring as hell.
Yeah, it really is.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That shows like if it didn't have some of like the shortcomings that
a star
show with
has.
that budget and with some of the performances, there is some heart to that show
Yeah.
for sure that comes through.
It comes even more. I think the latter part of that, you're into like now you're getting the real good territory. Like
Okay.
you need those first 5 episodes, but like those last 2 or 3 are real bangers. Like they
Okay.
are, especially I think the finale is one of the better finales. I don't know. I mean, it did get renewed, but like it's pretty good.
Yeah, that show's good.
So I'm glad you're enjoying it.
That's
I'm glad
the
you're
one-
sticking it out. And
Yeah.
I had to pick something from the list. It's like, oh my god, there's all these shows. So
I think you
there
and I
is.
have banged the drum on that one enough, I guess.
This is the time of year where I realize that there are so many games and there are so many TV shows that no one person could possibly watch everything.
No,
or
you
do
can't watch and
everything.
play everything. That's for
That's-
sure. So that's good. I'm glad you're on that one. But we watched. God, what was that show called?
I had to send this to Logan. Jason, I don't think you'll like the show, but I was
'Kay.
like, this is if I have seen a show that only Logan and I would appreciate, it's this one.
What is it called? Saturday
It's called
morning.
Saturday Morning
All-Stars?
All-Star Hits or
All-Star-
Smash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is Kyle Mooney from Saturday Night Live. Do you know him?
He's the shorter guy that looks real nerdy most of the time. He's got like curly hair and wears glasses a lot, but
He has a very odd sense of humor.
Very
but it is
odd.
My sense of humor.
oh, it is 100% yours and about 50% mine. Sometimes like he's real hit or miss for me.
So this show is so you're it's going to be impossible to describe, but I'll try anyway. So you as the viewer are watching the Saturday Morning All-Star Hits, which is a Saturday morning block of cartoons from the 80s.
Like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So like do you remember like we would used to be like hosts in between like the show like right before the show would come on, there'd be like somebody like
Here's
there
the new episode coming right at you.
yeah,
like that
like
kind of
and
thing. Yeah.
they'd be like, "Oh, hey, we're at the zoo today, checking out like someone's like hanging out with some person," and it's like a 30-second to a minute thing, and then it's like, "All right, now we got a brand new episode of Thundercats coming right at you, buddy." Yeah.
So it's two twins that do that. They're the hosts of that show.
but it's just Kyle Mooney as both
yeah,
twins.
Yeah, he plays most of the characters in this show.
Yeah, most of the like almost all of the characters.
And you actually, when they introduce the show, they actually show you the show. Like they made a fake version of basically Thundercats.
A fake version of Denver the Last Dinosaur.
I was trying to come up with a comp for that one. And I was thinking more Arthur, but you might be.
It's
right
Denver
on
the
that.
Last Dinosaur. It's 100% that show because he was a dinosaur that hung out with kids, but he was the only one of his kind. And like this show, like it's Randy the something
It's just
dinosaur,
Randy.
just
It's
Randy, and this dinosaur is like constantly depressed because he came back from time and thinking he was the only dinosaur, but there's like everyone else just has a random talking dinosaur too. And so he's not unique at all. He's kind of boring. His girlfriend really doesn't want to have anything to do with him anymore. He goes to college and everybody just shits on him constantly. Like,
And you keep thinking like, okay, this is a comedy, so there's going to be a punchline coming, and there just isn't.
there's not.
And for me, that's incredible. I know that's not everyone's sense of humor, but I am in love with the show. And also, like, there's a whole drama going on between the two twins.
Oh my
and
God.
One
Because
of,
he's the Strongimals.
one of them gets a very small role on one of the shows, and we don't need to go into the whole thing, but
They're obsessed with sub sandwiches. Like it was like when Subway first like was coming to be, and like I remember as a kid I wanted a shirt that said sandwich artist because I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. They lean into the like Subway or sub sandwich culture to no end on this show. That like I didn't think would ever be that funny, but it's hilarious. I've almost completed the entire season, by the way.
I watched. Oh, nice! I've watched 5 of them, so
I think
have
I'm
3
on.
left.
I think I'm on 6.
Okay,
Or I finished 6. Because I woke up at
they're only 20 minutes.
They're
so-
I don't even know if they're 20 minutes sometimes. Yeah, it's like they're but Saturday morning when the wind was crazy, I just
on Saturday morning.
on Saturday
perfect.
morning I just watched Smash from like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. I was like, this is ridiculous.
I am in love with that show. You obviously like it, but on
Oh, I don't
level
love
do
it.
you? Okay.
It is I don't love it like you do. I if I was the reason I was watching it is because I was trying to fall back asleep. Because Randy is just depressing as hell.
Randy's my favorite of the cartoons. I love Randy.
I love the Strongimals thing and how
Strongimals
it
are
is
good.
completely.
What's the other? The critter character? No,
Those are bad.
Critter-
The critter, creative critters, and it's like a.
Criddle. Creative Criddles.
They're like Care Bears who like do art instead of like, and they just again with the subs. There was what was it? Bumpy's
Yeah.
subs. They had to create a new logo for Bumpy subs.
Which is just a bee.
It's just a bee.
in like
there's-
Times New Roman. It's just a bee.
And like the guy's like, he's like, yeah, look at all these iterations of our logo over the years, and it's literally the same bee for every decade. It's, I don't even know how to describe. I mean, you can't describe the show other than just like tell weird stories about it. Like it's so
Yeah.
dumb. But no, should you watch it?
Probably not.
You could turn it on for 5 minutes and get the idea, and then turn it off.
I think I have other things on our list that I need to
Mhm.
get to. So
Agreed.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, this is a 5 minute like, oh, that's what this is. Okay.
good.
I think the other thing for me is like when you watch TV, especially with the amount of pilots that I watched earlier this year, a lot of TV tends to run together. It's all you start to see
Oh,
the
yeah, there's a formula.
Oh,
of
sure.
every single show that comes out,
Mhm.
and this one is not like anything I've ever seen before. So I really appreciate it for that.
Did
This
watch Beef House last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Beef House has a formula though. This does not. I mean, it does have a formula, I guess. Like it really
You get
it.
2 episodes of cartoons. Well, usually there was that news broadcast one.
Oh yeah, that was really weird. But it was all about sub sandwiches again.
Mm-hmm.
Such a weird thing. I'm glad you told me about it, but at the same time, I also wish I'd never
was like,
seen it.
who of everyone that I know has the best chance of enjoying the show? Because I need somebody else to watch it.
And Jason, I think you'll like it just because you'll be like, oh, this is definitely like a throwback to our childhood.
Okay.
And because it's the animation style is that same thing, but like I said, you will know exactly what it is in 5 minutes. Fast forward after that to the Strongimals thing, just to be like, oh, this is their fake Thundercats. Okay, done.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I would not recommend spending any more than 5 minutes on it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody? Anything else then? I think that's
Nope,
it.
I
Other
think
than
that's
that,
it.
other than just watching, I'm just getting caught up on all the other random shows. So, all right. Well, we will be back after Christmas, right, for the Fodies.
I think so. Yeah.
We'll do our Fodies. We'll maybe talk a little games. Maybe just save that for Game of the Year talk. Yeah, we might just save that for Game of the Year talk
Probably.
because there won't be anything new to talk about. So we'll just do our food bracket. And should we have some sort of food while we're having the food bracket?
No, I don't eat food.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't know if there was anything dumb that we should eat. Like we don't need to do the food challenge like we did that one time where we had an entire Domino's
You know,
pizza.
we were just talking about Casey's Pizza though, so maybe we get some Casey's pizzas.
They have a pack now. Maybe we should get that.
Okay.
I'll pull it up here and tell you about the pack because that is, it actually sounds pretty good. Come on, Casey's app. Load. No. What are you doing? Why are you popping up? No, I don't want to sign in. The share pack is what it's called. It is a large single topping pizza, a order of cheesy breadsticks, and a shareable party brookie.
Okay.
The party part of the brookie is that they put M&Ms and sprinkles on top of the brownie. So it's party.
Okay.
So I've not even had a Casey's brookie yet to tell you if they're any good.
Let me guess the cost on this.
Oh, yeah. So large pizza, cheesy breadsticks, shareable brookie.
$14.99.
$19.99.
$19.99.
So close.
Yeah. Casey's is not one to put good deals out there
That's
on
true.
pizza. They know their audience. They're not doing a $6 pizza like Domino's. It
No,
is.
they really
yeah.
aren't.
Yeah, their single toppings are usually like it's a good deal if you can get one for $10. So, well, the code right now is $4 off if you want a large pizza and cheesy breadsticks. I don't even know how much that'll cost you to begin with. So,
Okay.
all right. Well, this has been
See you at the Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Guys.
See you at the Food of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Food of the Year first. This has been the Master of Unlocking podcast for this week, and you enjoy whatever the rest of it is you're doing.